Here are 5 masculine habits that you can implement now that will change your life. Let's get into it. So I've always romanticized guys like James Bond, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Don Corleone in The Godfather, Marlon Brando. Like I've always looked up to the guys and I'm like, dude, that's a fucking man's man, you know? Like that shit is alpha as crap. And I've always wanted to be one of those guys, but the fact of the matter is no one wakes up and then just goes and just kicks ass as Terminator, right? You have to cultivate a personality in order to get you there. Now, sure, Rambo and all these guys are very physically dominant, and that is one part of one of the habits we're going to talk about. But largely it has to do with your mindset and who you are and what your personality is and how you carry yourself. And these are all things that can be built and taught over time. I feel like right now society is going through a way where it's we're told by men to be more masculine, but then at the same time we're told by society that being too masculine is not good, and then we're told by society that being feminine is good, but then we're also told that being too feminine is like it's all over the place, right? And I think as men we need to embrace our masculinity and our masculine energy and really drive that forward, because it's what we're the best at. And if we're not doing that, then I think we're not doing due diligence to who we are and what we're put on earth to do. So there are 5 habits that I've built around my life in order to make me more masculine, feel more empowered, and be the best man that I can be. And I'm going to share them with you, and they're very actionable, so take step on this every single day. I don't want you to wait. I don't want you to just take notes on this video. I want you to actually execute. So find out these 5 habits, at least one that you're going to implement today itself. The first habit is to work towards your purpose every single day. If you don't have a purpose in life, you don't have a direction of where you want to go, or what you want to be, or what you want to do, then you're going to be someone who is not taken as seriously. One of the characteristics of being a man is to know exactly what they want and to take control and challenge over their own destiny and life. Working towards your purpose is such an attractive quality for a man. It's what we like all the movie stars or all the characters in movies who are absolute alpha males. It's why we like them. You know, they're fucking badass because they know exactly what they want and who they are and what they stand for. If you don't know that, there's a saying that everyone has a movie or a role to play in life, right? Either you're going to be the director and write your own movie, or you're going to be acting in someone else's and working on their script for the rest of your life. It's hard to be an actor in someone else's life, and it's hard to be the director of your own life. Choose your hard, man. But I guarantee you that knowing your purpose, being excited every day, being passionate about what you want to do every day and making a difference in this world, using these hands to mold and make an impact and really change something out there is going to just shape your entire mentality and become a whole different person. The best way to make this practical and actionable today is writing goals for energy, work, and love, and then visualizing what is the best version of each of those goals for yourself. Every single day, I recommit to these goals. Either write them on a piece of paper or I visualize it in the morning while I'm drinking coffee. But what energetically is the best version of myself? From a work perspective, what looks like the best version of myself? And love-wise, what's the best version of myself? For energy, I always say I want to be an athlete, right? That means working out, or that means meditating. Sometimes that means relaxing, getting good sleep, and prioritizing that night. But what is one step you're going to take towards being the most energetic version of yourself? And then do that every single time for energy, work, and love. What's something you're going to do for the work aspect? And what's something you're going to do for love? You know, is it work? Is it reconnecting with your soulmate? Is it talking to a family member, reconnecting with your brother? What is that? It can even just be giving a compliment to someone that you love. So energy, work, and love, make it practical, actionable every single day, today, in order to make the biggest difference and working towards your progress and purpose daily. The second habit is building self-discipline. Self-discipline is saying you're going to do something, and even when you don't feel like it, doing it anyway. I was reading David Goggins' book, Can't Hurt Me, and that's one of his biggest drivers, his discipline. Every single morning, he's like, what's the one thing I hate doing? If that's running, if that's doing push-ups, if that's doing pull-ups, and he does that anyway, no matter if it's raining, if it's snowing outside. He's committed because that's what it takes to be a self-disciplined man. Self-discipline is tough. And willpower, it's tough because you have to rely on it. But the best part is with self-discipline is that it teaches you to ignore your emotions and feelings and do something because you're a man of your word. If you say you're going to go to the gym, you fucking go. If you say you're not going to do something, or if you're not going to lie, or you're not going to eat that cookie, you don't fucking eat the cookie. Building self-discipline is tough, man, but it's what really sets you apart from other men because you know what it took to get there. Anyone you see who's wealthy, anyone you see who's in great shape, anyone you see who's someone you want to become, they didn't get there by not having self-discipline. And once again, it's a skill and a habit that you have to cultivate by making a promise with yourself and then executing on it. So every single day, when you make your calendar or when you tell yourself you're going to do something, regardless of how you feel, you go and do it anyway because you're a man of your word, and that's what it takes to be successful. The third habit is exercising and working out. I mean, bro, you knew this shit was coming. You know it. Like every time you go to the gym, don't you feel like a badass after you leave? After you crush a leg day or a chest day, you stand taller. Your physical body is a representation of what's going on in your mind, and mentally you feel stronger, more calloused, and you're like, dude, I just lifted fucking 150 pounds. Do you think it matters if my boss yells at me today? No, because I just hit a PR in the gym. Whatever that is for you, I think lifting heavy weights, going and doing something that's physically tough and demanding, it gets me back to the caveman aspect of being a masculine person. That's either if that's running for you, that's sprinting, man, that can even be freaking yoga or lifting weights, whatever that is. But breaking a sweat and doing something that's physically demanding on your body creates a mind that is more masculine and stronger. I think in some ways it also does increase testosterone. That's scientifically proven. But there's something just naturally satisfying about being able to bench press your own body weight or being able to squat heavier than who you are. It's something that no one can ever take away from you. When you talk to other people, when you shake someone's hands, you know that the blisters you have on your hand are from just straight hard work and sweat, man. And there's something so intrinsically masculine about that I love, and that makes me go and attack the day in a different aspect. The fourth masculine habit, reading. This might not be something you saw coming because dudes are supposed to just go execute and succeed. But reading is so important to your personal development, learning, knowledge, reading about the world, reading about other parts of your life, increasing your spirituality, your business, your any aspect of world you want to grow in. Reading is so important. There's thousands of books out there that will teach you everything you want to learn about life. If you want to be a better communicator, better negotiator, you want more sales in your business, you want to find love, you want to do anything, man, there's a book out there for it. I always talk about, you can learn from 1,000 cuts, right? You can make the mistakes and learn yourself anyway, right? That's the whole being an entrepreneur and trying itself. But you can also learn from Sam Walton, who built Walmart, or you can learn from Elon Musk or Steve Jobs or some of these significantly successful entrepreneurs. I was just reading Rockefeller's book, and I'm sure there's a lot of stuff I can take away from learning from the richest man in the world, right? So reading books helps you be a more rounded and solid personality. It helps you have more interesting conversations with people, helps you be a more worldly man. And that is not just from reading books. You can listen to audiobooks, you can read articles, you can, anywhere where you're reading and learning and consuming knowledge, that's what is going to help you stand out from the other crowd of men in order to be a better masculine man. The fifth habit is being respectful. This is something that's actually shown opposite in movies, right? We see dudes as being mean and cruel and unforgiving and really picking on the little guy, right? But movies exaggerate that. If you want to be a well-respected man, if you want to be someone who's classy, genteel, who people look up to, it's actually being respectful. It's being caring. It's being supportive. It's actually helping the little man and pushing the ladder back down if you're being successful enough and help someone else come up. By giving back, by being respectful, by being well-mannered, by being dignified, it shows you as a level of class that people just can't take away from you. Pulling the chair for your woman, opening doors, helping people carry their garbage, putting the fucking grocery cart back. These are things that make men men. And I think people have lost a lot of sight of that because they think men are just supposed to be rambunctious and go out there and cause havoc and chaos. But no, being a man is someone who knows their values, who is emotionally competent, who has empathy, and who has respect for every single person, regardless of how they look or who they are. Because being a man in today's world is all about helping one another. And you can take it back to all the way back in the day. Those who have been successful as men, those who have had the most prestige and respect, are those who have helped and impacted the most people. And that's what I want for you. I don't want you to be James Bond. That's not a fun dude to be. I promise you, when he goes home, he's all alone by himself. I want you to be surrounded by love, care, and impact on your funeral. I have thousands of people there waiting for you. And the best way to do that is by having a personality of respect and empathy and emotion that showcases exactly who you are. So those are the 5 habits that have helped me be the most masculine version of myself. And I mean, I have a long way to go still, and there's a lot more habits I can add and tack on. But these are the ones that have made me feel a lot better than who I was before. And I'm sure they'll help you feel better as well. If you enjoyed this video, you got some value, or you found it informative, go ahead and click the like button down below. Let me know in the comments, what is one habit that you're gonna try installing in your life today? Because like I said, this whole video is pointless. Your time was pointless unless you go and actually execute and take this stuff, make this actionable, and execute it in your life. And of course, follow me on social media, Sid Chavla on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Love you guys. Appreciate you all for supporting me on this journey, and I'll see you all in the next one.